you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat him.
And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Malcolm Butler's rise to fame culminated with a fantastic play in the Super Bowl, but what a tremendous success story. Totally off the radar, has turned himself into an NFL starter.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And they'll put Bryant in motion left. In motion right is Bryant. Time running out here on the play clock. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LeGarrette Blount, a 23-yard run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here comes Gilbert. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Week 4, Bell returned from the injury and the suspension, and he came back in a big way, Charles.
Showed a lot of patience, and that's interesting, isn't it? Because you know he was ready to explode because he couldn't play in the early part of the NFL season. But following his blockers, letting things develop, and then taking off through the hole. He let Marquise Pouncey get out in front, David DeCastro, and then he just went through there like a bolt of lightning.
Yeah, finished 18 carries, 144 yards. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say He has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he checks this one down to Williams. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Escaping the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
2nd down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The play clock's running down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out here in the eye. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And Blount loses the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And he's got Bennett. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, they said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that is what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They run. This is Lewis. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't they?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Again, it's Lewis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Blunt, the lone running back. Now a play fake here, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Danny Amendola, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit intermission. It's What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show. I guess we're ready for the 3rd quarter. Let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he'll go down at the 28. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, 34 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here comes Gilbert. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming up? It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 54 yards. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. They're trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Blunt. And some room to run now. Cuts left. And the cut, LeGarrette Blunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Brady going underneath for Lewis. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Blunt. Uses the stiff arm. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run again with Blunt. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Bennett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart.
And he's gonna take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll begin here with Blunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. A gain of 11. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a carry for Blount. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, here's Blount. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play action. Now it's Brady. Dumps it off to Lewis. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
What's often built into passing games without actually stating it is rack yardage, run after catch, because they expect